One day, a queen you have never met will finish a war with a vow soaked in your own blood. You don't know that yet. Level 1. The Shepherd's Dead Son. You are 3 days old. Ecbatana. Around 600 BC. Your grandfather, King Astyages, has had a dream about you. In the dream you are a vine. And the vine grows until it covers all of Asia. He wakes up sweating. He calls his priests. The priests tell him the vine is a warning. And the warning is you. He orders your death. He gives the order to Harpagus, his most trusted man. Harpagus carries you into the hills. His hand will not do it. He gives you instead to a herdsman named Mithridates, and tells him to leave you for the wolves. The herdsman's wife has buried her own son 3 days ago. Her milk has nowhere else to go. She looks at you, small, warm, still breathing, and makes a trade that will end an empire. She keeps you. She gives Harpagus her own dead child. Wrapped in your blankets, he does not look at the face. He only needs the body. You grow up on goat's milk and mountain wind, believing you are a shepherd's son. You do not even own your own name yet. Somewhere north of here, on a steppe with no name you have ever heard, a girl is being born. You will not think of her for 69 years. Then she will be the only thing you think about. Level 2. The Game of Kings. You are 10 years old. A mountain village, Media, around 590 BC. You are playing a game with the other boys, one of you crowned king. The rest ordered to obey. You are always the king. Today a nobleman's son refuses. You have him beaten. The boy's father complains at court. Astyages sends for the shepherd's son who beats noblemen's children like one born to it. You stand in front of your grandfather and do not flinch. He studies your face too long. Something in the shape of your jaw is familiar. He questions the herdsman, and the herdsman's hands are shaking before he says a single word. The truth comes out in pieces. The way truth about dead children always does. Astyages does not kill you. His priests tell him the dream is already spent. You are king for a day. In a game, and that is enough to close a prophecy. He believes them because he wants to. He sends you home to your real father, in Persia, and your real name. But someone still has to pay for the years of the lie. It will not be you. Level 3. The Covered Dish. You are gone from Media now. Safe in Persia. Harpagus is not safe. Astyages summons him to a banquet. On the table sits a covered silver dish, and Harpagus is told to eat well before it is uncovered. He eats. The meat is tender, unfamiliar, good. Then the dish is opened, and Astyages tells him, quietly, almost gently, exactly whose meal he has just finished. Harpagus does not scream in front of the king. He does not scream at all. He simply goes very still. The way a man goes still when something in him breaks somewhere no one else can see. He bows. He walks home with his face arranged into nothing. A man who can carry that out of a room without breaking is a man already building something. It will take him 13 years. He will not forget 1 hour of them. Level 4. The Hare's Belly. You are 47 years old. Persia. 553 BC. A messenger brings a gift, a dead hare, freshly caught, sewn shut with care. Inside its belly, hidden in the gut, is a letter with no name on it. It is from Harpagus. 13 years of silence, folded small enough to fit inside an animal's stomach. The letter says the empire is rotten at the top. It says the nobles hate Astyages. It says the army will turn the moment your hand is raised against him. It says, come now, and the throne is yours. You read it twice. You burn it once, and watch the ash curl. You do not sleep that night. Your whole life you have been told who you almost were. A boy in a story someone else kept telling. Tonight you decide to stop being a story. You raise Persia against Media. Harpagus, commanding half his own king's army, does exactly what 13 years of silence had promised. He turns his soldiers around and hands you the field without a fight. Level 5. The Surrendered Crown. You are 50 years old. Pasargadae. 550 BC. Astyages is dragged before you in chains. The same man whose dream you were born to disprove. You do not kill him. You do not need to. He has already lost the only thing that ever mattered, the fear of the men around him. You take his crown, his capital, his empire. Media and Persia become one kingdom. And the kingdom is yours. The nobles who once called you a shepherd's son now give you a new one. In the old Persian tongue, they call you Kurus, a name that will outlive every language spoken today. You wear it carefully, the way a man wears a coat he has not yet grown into. Somewhere west, a king named Croesus is counting his gold and hearing rumors of a new name rising in the east. He has already decided you are a problem worth solving. Level 6. The Misheard Oracle. You are 53 years old. Sardis. 547 BC. Croesus of Lydia is the richest man 3 continents have heard of. Before he moves against you, he sends gold to the oracle at Delphi and asks one question. Should he go to war with Persia? The answer comes back through incense smoke. In a priestess's shaking voice, if you cross the river Halys, you will destroy a great empire. Croesus hears exactly what he wants to hear. He does not ask which empire the oracle meant. He crosses the river certain of an answer nobody actually gave him. You meet him on the field with an army half the size of his. His cavalry is the finest in the known world, armored men on armored horses. Bred for exactly this kind of war. You have something Croesus has never had to plan for. Level 7. The Smell of Camels. You are still 53. The plain outside Sardis. Autumn 547 BC. Horses fear one thing more than the sword. It is the smell of camels. You put your baggage camels at the front of your line, riders on their backs, and send them straight at the Lydian cavalry. The finest horses in the world panic. They rear, they bolt, they throw their riders into the dust before a single blade is drawn. Croesus watches his empire's one advantage dissolve over a smell his own soldiers cannot even name. Sardis falls 14 days later. Croesus is captured, and the great empire the oracle promised would fall, is his own. You do not gloat, you do not need to. You add Lydia to the map, and the map keeps needing to be redrawn. Level 8. The Widening Map. Years blur now into campaigns. Bactria, Sogdia, mountain passes east of anything the Greeks have ever charted. Dust in your throat that tastes different in every valley. Tongues you have never heard. Learning your name inside a single season, at the point of a spear. Or the offer of a treaty. Whichever costs less blood. 23 nations. 100 languages. More people under one crown than have ever answered to one crown before. You govern the way you conquer, fast, and lighter-handed than anyone expects. Conquered peoples keep their gods, their governors, their laws. Not mercy. Arithmetic. A burned city pays no taxes. One border stays cold and untouched. North and east, where the maps stop drawing lines. Out there, an army built from women and horses is waiting for war it does not know is coming. Level 9. The Diverted River. You are 61 years old. Babylon. 539 BC. The walls here are wide enough for 2 chariots to pass each other on top of them. The city has never fallen to a siege in living memory. Its priests believe no army ever will. Your engineers find the one weakness the walls cannot cover, the river running underneath. You divert the Euphrates upstream until your soldiers can walk the old riverbed beneath the walls. Into the heart of the city. While Babylon is mid-festival and its gates stand open, you can hear the music before your own men can see the gates. You take the richest city on earth without burning a single temple. The priests are braced for a conqueror's cruelty. What you give them instead will be remembered longer than the war. Longer, even, than your own name. Level 10. The Clay Cylinder. Still 61. Babylon. Later that same year, you order the Jewish exiles held here for decades released. Free to go home and rebuild their temple. You return looted gods to their original cities. You have your scribes press your decree into wet clay. In the old language of this land. So it will outlast you. The clay names you Sar Kisati, king of everything. It is not humility. It is strategy wearing humility's clothes. A ruler who frees more people than he enslaves is a ruler whose subjects stop planning revolts against him. At 61, you believe you have become the largest thing a human being can become. You are wrong. The wrongness is 9 years away. On a river you have not crossed yet. Against an enemy you have not respected enough to fear. Level 11. The Wine Trap. You are about 70 years old. The Jaxartes River. 530 BC. North of your empire live the Massagetae. Nomads who fight from horseback and answer to a queen named Tomyris. You want their land. You send word offering marriage. A conquest wearing a courtship's clothes. She refuses. You cross the river anyway. Tomyris' son, Spargapizes, leads the first strike against your advance camp. You have prepared for exactly this. You leave your richest tents standing, full of wine and food, and pull your real army back into the hills. The young prince's soldiers find the abandoned camp and do what hungry, victorious men do. They eat, they drink, they fall asleep where they sit. You return in the dark and take them without losing a man. Spargapizes wakes as your prisoner, wrists bound, wine still on his breath. He asks you for one thing before anything else: to be untied. You grant it. It is the last mistake you will ever make. Level 12. The Second Army. You are 70. The Jaxartes Valley. Days later. The moment his hands are free, Spargapizes takes his own life rather than live as anyone's captive. Word reaches his mother the same night. Tomyris sends you a message. She does not ask for peace. She promises, in plain and specific words, to give you your fill of blood, since blood is the thing you have always been thirsty for. You do not take the threat seriously enough. You have beaten Medes, Lydians, Babylonians, 100 nations with older cities and better armor than this one. You cross the river a second time to meet her army on open ground. Her cavalry knows this land the way you know a throne room. They know where the sun sits at every hour, where the ground turns to mud, where a tired horse will stumble. You know none of it. You are about to learn all of it in one afternoon. Level 13. The Vow Kept. You are 70 years old. The battle is the longest and bloodiest of your life. And it is also your last. Somewhere in the dust and the screaming horses. 39 years of empire building end inside one afternoon. Tomyris walks the field afterward with her own soldiers. Searching among the dead, when she finds you, she does not bury you like a king. She has kept a vow waiting for exactly this day. And a skin of blood ready to keep it. History remembers what she does next in careful, specific detail. You do not need to see it to understand it. You only need to remember what she told you before the battle. And know that a woman like Tomyris does not make a promise she has any intention of breaking. You wanted blood your whole life. She says, when it is finished, now you have it. The empire you built, 23 nations, 100 languages, the largest crown the world has ever balanced on one head, outlives you by 2 centuries. Your name does not. Hers does. You lived this once. And now,